Why do you choose to work in housing?
I chose to work in housing because I wanted to do something that I felt made a difference to people, and it's something that is a human need. You know, everybody needs a home, and I want to be part of making sure everybody has a home where they feel safe and happy to build their lives.
So it's quite a satisfying
Absolutely, yeah, very.
job to do.
Yeah.
What has your journey been through the Accent as a company?
Oh, right, quite a long journey, because I've actually, this time next year, I'll have been with Accent 30 years.
Yeah.
Which I can't quite believe myself, to be honest. It is a long time.
Yeah.
I've done a massive variety of jobs. I started off as a housing assistant, so, you know, sort of frontline job, dealing with people's queries. Yeah. And then stayed on the housing management side, so a housing officer, you know, looking after people like yourself who live in our properties, making sure they're repaired. And I got opportunities to progress. I did a couple of secondments to other housing organisations, so got to learn about lots of different housing associations and how they deliver services. But I've always stayed really committed to housing. And as of January, just last month, I got made the Executive Director of Customer Experience. So that's responsible for all our 22,000 homes, making sure the customers that live in them get them well looked after and get the services and support they need when they need it. So
it's job satisfaction, isn't it?
Huge, yeah, massive job. But I've been really lucky to have so many different opportunities. It's never been boring. You know, I've had lots of opportunities for different jobs in my time there, and I've ended up with what I think for me is the perfect job.
That's great.
Can you tell us a bit about where you previously lived and your landlord?
Yes, we lived 27 years on the Stray in Harrogate, facing the Strait, which is a really lovely area. I'd previously been in a bought house, you know, I was buying a detached house, and then due to divorce, a friend said to me, I've bought some apartments, would you like one for the time being? We liked it so much where it was, we stayed 27 years. Right. But he actually sold them off after 15 years for the money he wanted to invest in other things. And the landlord that came down wasn't anywhere near the same calibre at all. We had rent rises at £50 a month for the first year, the second year, the third year, so it was £50 rent rises all the time. And in the end, we started saying that this wasn't affordable. So I thought he'd put it up to £100 a month instead. I said, well, this is even worse now, but the idea was he wanted obviously rid of us, but we were assured tenants, so we had no intention of going anywhere until we decided we wanted to. You know, we'd done nothing wrong. So I put the rent up to £300 a month. So obviously this was getting ridiculous. So he took us to court to get rid of us. It cost him £2,500 and the court kicked it out. They said we'd done nothing wrong, we're assured tenants, and he had no reason to do this, and these rent rises were unreasonable. So then he tried to take us to a tribunal, which we were glad because we wanted to, you know, speak our corner. Yeah. And the tribunal again said there's no reason why we should be paying this kind of rent, and they were going to come and value the property. By which time we'd been putting feelers out, and Accent House came up, you know, and that was a new build, and we were glad to get away from that situation and more back into an assured tenancy. And we just thought, you know, it was in a village, it was the right side of town for us, and it's been really good so far. Good. Yeah.
Excellent. Before it happened to you, did you realise how easy it could be to be made potentially homeless unexpectedly?
Well, it's an awful feeling, isn't it? Because once that security's gone out of your life, when we took over this friend's property, you know, we had a good relationship, and we never thought anything would happen. He wanted this place for life. And of course, when this unknown landlord stepped in, we never felt comfortable, ever. And our worst nightmare sort of began to appear, you know, it got worse and worse.
How did you used to see housing associations before you started to?
I never really thought about them because I never thought I'd be in a position like it. You know, I mean, life's strange at throwing things at you. This came out of the blue. Everything that was being done to us turned out better in the end. All the worry and all the insecurity seems to have faded away. So
that's fantastic.
And the neighbours so far are turned out to be good, which is always a worry in a new property. So yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're a lovely neighbour to live next to as well.
We try to be. Yeah.
That's it from me.
Yeah, and me. Thank you very much.